Hello, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to Totally Dacob. Today we are Halloween hunting at Homegoods. Boy, oh boy, this is an incredible vlog today. I was shocked how well stocked they were. Look at this vampire lady bust, giving me Castlevania vibes. She's huge. I was wondering if she was like light up. No, she's not. Um, what's the price tag there? 39.99. A resin bust, a very, very, very big resin bust. Almost got her. I just don't know where to put her. It's space is the problem. Place is the problem at this point in the game. Halloween hunting, 16.99 for a light up haunted mansion, like a haunted house. It's a tiny one with a huge ghost. Look at the glitter. Unfortunately, this house is completely drenched in glitter. You can see the rooftop, the tiles, all of that black paint has glitter sprayed on top of it, and it is losing the glitter very fast. It lights up, slight light up. It kind of flickers a little bit. I think you can set it up to flicker or to standard illumination. Another one of those door holders, 1999 ghosts. They are quite heavy. You put them on the floor to kind of block doors. I mean, you can also put them on the couch, but they do have a heavy base. I put a Spell on You plaque for $7.99 in wood and plastic. And then a very heavy candy corn item out of wood, also to put on the floor and maybe also next to the door to block a door. I was looking for a price tag there. Oh, there it is. $12.99. Not my favorite piece. I mean, we're so spoiled with these beautiful Halloween pieces. Look at this witch. She is blonde and ready for the runway. The makeup, that rouge noir lipstick, the dress. Oh man. I mean, gorgeous. She's from the Ghoulish collection, the same collection where 1999, where I got my Marilyn Monroe skeleton from. Now we're starting to also learn more or less the style of these brands, which brand does what, in which direction do they go. Very interesting. Very old school kind of 50s, 60s vibes. Jack-o'-lantern candy for, trick-or-treating delights, 14.99. This one is, yeah, I'm not so sure if this was resin or wood. Paint job is nice, but the twirly parts make it look a little bit too Willy Wonka-esque for me. The boo sign, always interesting, 7.99. There are people, I've noticed there are people who are really into fonts and spelling out stuff for Halloween and people who are not. I'm a little bit less, but there are people who love their spelled out Halloween, boo, haunting, spooky, all those words spelled out in a gazillion different ways out of wood or resin. 14.99 for a striped jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. This one is ceramic. While you're at it, guys, thumb up this video and subscribe. I try to deliver as many of these vlogs as possible as soon as possible during the Halloween season. $9.99 for another boo spelled out wooden garland type of setting, and $14.99 for this pumpkin that looks like it's made out of orange spider webs. Very interesting. It's not wool. It's a synthetic one, just FYI. And subscribe to my channel while you're at it. Thank you so much, guys. It really means the world to me. It helps the algorithm. Loving this jack-o'-lantern out of wood with the old school witch hat or warlock hat or the pilgrim hat, as one would also call it, 16.99. So it's kind of the most old school jack-o'-lanterns we have in Halloween tradition, at least in America, are the jack-o'-lanterns with that black hat, pilgrim or witch hat. Here's another spelled out Halloween in a very particular curvaceous font. Orange color, classic for Halloween. I don't mind this one. And what's the price tag here? $9.99. It's okay. I mean, there's definitely places you can put this on, but it kind of simplifies a lot of the work because when you put just that title onto, let's say, a table in your kitchen, look at the view here. It kind of takes over the entire job. It does the job. It's like, okay, this kitchen or this living room is Halloween. Loving the palm reading fake book cover, the fortune teller, and then when you open it inside, it just has that classic cork style. 9.99 for this book, like decor book, fortune teller book, 9.99. I should have gotten that one. Oh man, when I edit these videos and then I voice them over, you see what I mean? That cork print, that's not real cork, by the way, it's just printed that way. This one happens to be green, but I've seen also orangey ones interiors. And then when I voice over these videos, I usually think to myself, "Oh, why did I not get that?" But yeah, I did not get that book. Maybe I should have. Love all the little ghosties that are kind of hiding everywhere on these displays. This is a wooden ghost stitched on the side. Well, the print is stitched on the side. It's not really stitched. 5.99 for the ghost. The stitching, it's a choice. Let's just put it that way. Loving the candy container. This one is metal, quite heavy. Unfortunately, as you can see, his leg broke off. So, yeah. 14.99, and we are missing a leg. Usually when something is broken like this and you don't mind, you can take it to the cash register and tell them, "Hey, a leg is missing. Can you give me a better price?" And they usually will accommodate you. The gnomes, I really do not know who started the gnome tradition for Halloween. I cannot stand the gnomes. I'm sorry, I have to say it. If you love gnomes, great, just not for Halloween. Okay, almost got this spooky night, authentic spooky night for 14.99 mirror. Hi. Yours truly, or as Elvira would say, yours cruelly. Hi. The skulls and the pink vibes and the white, very Marie Antoinette after she said, "Let them eat cake," which allegedly she did not say. Apparently it was "let them eat brioche," but she didn't say it. But whatever. IYKYK. You know what happened after. 9.99 for this kind of beanie bag style skeleton. He's super cute. His look at his little leglets dangling, and his little booty is filled with beans, so he's kind of heavy. You can sit him on the mantle or on a table. And for your cocktails and little sandwiches or muffins or cupcakes or whatever you want, there is a cupcake kit with a witch, a jack-o'-lantern, 6.99, and a cat. Or was that a bat? Well, they're both black. They look very similar. Loving this. Oh man, a gingerbread house, haunted house. It's not made of real gingerbread, you guys. It's kind of a rubbery plastic. It's almost resin, but it's slightly softer. Unfortunately, the glitter kills it for me, but 59.99. Look at this close-up of the monster Frankenstein and the bride of Frankenstein living in this spooky haunted mansion with a ghost and a cat in the window, and then there's a bat at the top window. Man, I don't know what it was about this little thing. I loved it so much. It's just very, very big. And again, I'm very torn this year. Look at the beautiful landscape. This Homegoods, you guys, delivered. And there I saw my crown jewel. I almost got a heart attack seeing this one. You see, this is how sensory overload. There it is. The Christian Lacroix skull with the golden crown. This is my personal holy grail. I have been looking for this one this year. There it is. The infamous Christian Lacroix logo, sweetie darling. If you know Absolutely Fabulous, Ab Fab, Adina Monsoon, Patsy Stone, and if you love the fashion of the 90s, Christian Lacroix, I mean, he was a king. He still is to me. He doesn't work anymore, unfortunately, on his own brand. His own brand doesn't exist anymore. 24.99. You best believe I snatched this one. Spoiler alert, something will go wrong in this haunted mansion pretty soon. Keep watching to see what happens next. Oh man, I was so devastated. But this was my most wanted, most desired Christian Lacroix piece this year, and I found one, and I'm so, so, so happy. So happy for now. Let's see what happens. Here is a throne out of resin, ginormous throne with a skull, drinking a cocktail, sitting at the throne, eyes light up. I really have no space for this. And there you go. I'm realizing that it's broken. The two tips of this crown, you can see they're completely broken. The crystals have broken off. It's all resin. They're not real crystals, but they're painted to resemble rock crystals in gold. And I was devastated. My heart dropped to the pit of my stomach. But I was like, you know what? The show must go on. I am professional. Let me keep filming, even though I just want to faint right here and right now. Looking for the price of the skull throne, 49.99. Love the purple and gold combo. I mean, it's just awesome if you have space for it. Also, the stacked skulls. This is a ginormous piece. What was it, around about $100? And then the rest in peace tombstone. This one lights up, and I think the head moves up and down. Possibly that's what has a slit there at the bottom. But I couldn't find. Well, let me see. 29.99. I think I couldn't reach out to turn it on or off. But there you have it. The tree is actually really interesting. 49.99. It's quite a big tree, and I'm not so sure how to position it in the house. Well, we'll see. I'm not so sure. But I did not get it. Spoiler alert. Okay. The witches. There has been a ton of witches, doll witches or wooden witches. This one is with a cage for 19.99. She has a ton of layers. She's an older version of a witch. There's also younger versions of witches, and then there's also kid witches this year. A little bat, floral arrangement. So it's a ceramic bat for 14.99 with a ton of different flowers from rose to black from Bella Lux. Loving Bella Lux. I got my ravens from Bella Lux. Here's another little floor heavy ghost, I'm kind of shaking it to show you how heavy it is, or to remind myself to say that it's heavy. Another one of the Marie Antoinette mirrors from Spooky Nights. Same price as before. And then I was trying to kind of dig out what was in the back as well. There was like so much to film, you guys, and it was really hard to catch it all. Candles in a glass dome. These don't make any sound. They're just visually maybe interesting. 16.99. Although I'm not so sure if I was really into the silver finish, like the black wash silver finish. I would have liked them to be black, and then the base, I don't know. Then we have this Boo Ghost, again out of felt. I'm going to find out later on that this witch is from Christian Lacroix, baby. 19.99. They had maybe 5 of them in stock. However, it wasn't the best uh, quality, so I did not buy the witch. There was a lot of glue residue on the legs. It was kind of weird. The finish was not that well done, and it had foam legs, and that will deteriorate with time, and I didn't want to go through that trouble. Here's another Bella Lux pumpkin, in this case, 9.99 with flowers at the top. It's kind of like a velvet ruched together with all the extra added pieces. Then we have this gorgeous little ceramic piece. Now, it's a teapot that says poison on it. I was really contemplating getting this one, but then ultimately decided not. This is Ray Dunn, that classic Ray Dunn font that we're now learning to get to know too more and more, right? 14.99. I ended up not getting it because that text in the front was giving me a little bit, I don't know, it was a little bit too Disney-esque, too cutesy. I wanted it to be more dangerous or more dark or more foreboding in a way. Because I'm realizing the more I'm doing this research here, Martha Stewart, Skull Garland, this one is gorgeous. The more I'm doing my research and the more I'm kind of digging deeper and deeper into all the different aspects of Halloween. Like, how can we decorate? There's so many different ways you can decorate. $12.99 for the Martha Stewart garland. There's so many different ways you can decorate for Halloween. So it's like really difficult to find out, okay, so do I want to go into the cutesy way? Do I want to focus more on the ghosts this year? Am I more in the vampire direction? Do I want to create a haunted mansion this year? Like, you need a theme. Otherwise, pretty soon your home can become a total mess, which can also be interesting because you can go for the, oh look, I have a bit of everything in my home, and I'm like a messy witch that collects all these knickknacks, and this is kind of my Halloween, which is also totally gorgeous. But then you need to invest a ton of money to really fill the house with all sorts of things that are completely different from each other to give that vibe of a of a wunderkammer, in a way, where everything is kind of collected throughout decades and centuries, right? That's a vibe. But then if you are in a bit of a budget and you want kind of a cleaner approach to just want one line, one aesthetic this year, then you got to choose. But it's really hard to choose. This haunted house was $16.99. Again, it's the same one we've seen at the beginning of the video with a ton of glitter. I'm just obsessed with these little haunted houses. Would love to have a ton of them if possible, but for now, let's see what happens. This little sculptural wooden piece in the shape of a jack-o'-lantern, they also do exist in orange. I've seen them last year. Fascinating choice, but they keep repeating them and making them every year. I think this was made in India, $14.99 for this one. The haunted tree with the moss and the three ghosts. Obsessed with this one. If the ghosts did not have the pink cheeks, I might have gotten this one. I don't know, something about it. This one gives me old school Halloween prop vibes. The moss, the oak moss really did it for me. For the perfume lovers out there, you know how rare oak moss has become in perfumery. So this is giving me oak moss vibes. $19.99, and it does light up. Uh, not a big fan of the fact that that light up feature, the plasticky battery feature, is kind of stuck in the trunk of the tree, so it's very visible. But it's such a beautiful decor item slash prop. And then we have ceramics in the back. Here's a mummy, quite heavy from Toil and Trouble. Now, I've discovered Toil and Trouble for myself recently, and the more pieces I discover, the more I like them. They don't do only cutesy stuff like this. So this one is $16.99. You know, the cute mummy, little kind of cheruby looking. Well, could be also a ghoul because it's green. Is it a zombie? It has a jack-o'-lantern at the bottom, so it's super cute. But Toil and Trouble also make very different type of Halloween decor items. Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil skeletons on their knees. These are really beautiful. I was trying to film them from the top. On the side, you have like garlands and black wicker and things. Spoiler alert, at a certain point, I could have filmed there for at least 2 hours, but unfortunately, I ran out of space. I didn't have enough space to record, no more on my iPad. So, but we still managed to do almost 40 minutes, so that's amazing. Here's a stack of ghosts with all of the beading glued onto it for $12.99. Usually when you see beads, they are made in India, sometimes in China as well, but this is usually what India is specialized in. And then we have, you know what? I think this is resin, a stack of resin ghosts. So how much are these with the bats as well? Kind of cute that one ghost is covering its eyes. I found that adorable. I did not see a price on that one. Yeah, in some cases the prices are missing, and then you just gotta get lucky. You go to the cash register and you ask, like, how much do you want for this? $12.99 for the ceramic ghost, pinky cheeks, tiny beady eyeballs. I would have preferred it without the pinky cheeks, you know me, but unless the whole ghost is pink, which is a vibe as well. $12.99 for Martha Stewart's ghost. The first O of Boo is misprinted, unfortunately, on that one. Now, I got from Christian Siriano the single ghost with the iridescent uh, sequins, and this is a two ghosts, like a male and female ghost. They're holding hands, and I'm going to lift them up in just a second to show you that their hands are attached. I mean, you could technically detach them and have two separate ghosts, but they're meant to be together, and you buy them as a pair. Uh, he has a hat, she has a ribbon, and they give each other a little kissy. Now, the ghost that I got a couple of days ago from Marshall's, not from HomeGoods, does not have a bow or hat or anything, just plain simple, no hands, just the body, and that's the clean one that I preferred for my collection. $49.99 for the Trick or Treat. Again, Toil and Trouble. You can see here how they can get a little bit more intricate. This is a big mummy um, holding the treats. It's a mummy, but it's also a vampire mummy because it has the fangs. And it's holding a jack-o'-lantern where you can put all the candy in and hope that the kids are not going to be too greedy and hope that the kids are going to take one candy each or two candy. You never know. Look at that. Christian Lacroix, velvet pumpkin with a snake on top. I was filming it passed me. I only saw it while I was editing the video that was a Christian Lacroix pumpkin. Shut the front door, I know. I missed it completely. Moonlighted Manor, 14.99 snow globe with kind of a witch's or ghoulish zombie hand, having black glitter inside with tiny glitter bats and eyeballs. I first took this with me, but then I kind of brought it back because the execution, well, okay, so the glitter on the nails, I could have covered that with Chanel nail polish. I could have given it a rouge noir finish and it would have looked amazing. So that's no problem there because the glitter was only on the nails. But it's the eyeballs in the end that made it look a little bit cheap because the eyeballs are always at the bottom. They didn't really float in the water nicely. They were very heavy and chunky, always at the bottom of the globe. And it made that snow globe look a little bit heavy. Plus, I'm still looking for the Christian Lacroix golden skull snow globe, which is kind of my look what I found in the distance. Where's Waldo? Look what's on that shelf. I know this is kind of the black and purple and more spooky, serious Halloween decor shelf. Look at the Christian Lacroix. We got a second one. I got so lucky. There it is. They did have a second skull with the crown. I inspected it immediately. How delicately I pick it up, terrified that it's going to have flaws. But 24.99. I am inspecting it, and it does not have any cracks. It does not have any flaws. So guess what I took home with me? 99.99 for this type of overtly decorated. Look at the decoration on this piece. Look at the interior. I mean, this thing is insane. This like belongs to the Vatican, I want to say. So this is from a brand. We're gonna get to the name of the brand soon because this one did not have the tag. Well, it did, but I didn't read it. But there's another item from this brand that I found later. Oh my God, that skull with the crown, the Christian Lacroix golden crown skull. Look at this. Oh man, I'm so happy I found my Holy Grail this season, and it's still August as I'm filming. So very early on in the game, there it is, the Christian Lacroix tag. Peace to y'all. I'm like, yes, we did it. This is incredible. I'm so, so, so happy. And then I also took that snow globe with me, but later on, I will leave it for somebody else to find and maybe buy. So this is that kind of black and silver and gray department within this home goods. There's a lot of skulls I've seen with pearls in only one eye. It did not use a pearl in the other eye. Like it was made with only one pearl in one eye. There's smaller props or home decor with skulls and pearls in the eyes, and then bigger ones. This is Martha Stewart or Rachel Zoe, the broken snake, unfortunately. They also had one that was not broken, but very delicate, so you can imagine how delicate this piece is. 14.99. Looks very delicate, I can only say that. But I did see one that was not broken. I was very fascinated by the clear, simple skull. This one had no bizarre decorations on it. 7.99. Your simple skull, light. It's a form of resin they used for this one. It's just your classic skull, which I think is always good to have. I did not get that one. No, I think I should have. But I was just so excited for the Christian Lacroix skull that I just kind of lost the plot at a certain point. This should be a candle holder, a snake candle holder in metal. And then when you see the beaded and crystallized items like this one, they're usually made in India. This one spells out Boo with a black ghost. And then another skull in gray. Then there's an owl with a little outfit with a bib. One doth wonder if Virginie Viard had something to do with it. 19.99 for that floral arrangement. I think that was also Bella Lux. I almost took that one home with me, but it wasn't tall enough for what I needed for. 12.99 for plastic skulls in a bag. This is the first time I can say, you know what? I think this is too costly for what it is because at Party City you can get a full bag of plastic little skulls. Yeah, they're not like shaded and colored to have that shading, but you can get them for like $3, $4. So this one was a little bit too expensive. So this is from, what is it, Wickedly? I think Wickedly. Yeah, Wickedly candles. They're unscented set of two candles in silver. They also have these in gold with skulls. They also have them with like ghosts or abstract forms or shapes. 9.99. They're very fragile. If you're going to get them, just be very careful to inspect them properly because sometimes they might be broken, like one or two might be broken inside of that box. So be very careful if you're buying those. Here is a single skull with a snake on top. We've seen a stacked skull. Oh, it's Rachel Zoe. Okay. We've seen the two skulls on top of each other with the snakes twirling around them with the broken snake. 12.99 for the single skull, single snake. Looks kind of cool. Wouldn't mind if that black skull was a little bit, had a little bit of shading on it with like gray or off white, just to give it a bit more depth. This was a very complex piece. I thought, are they glued? The spiders have glitter on them. These fake plants. Rachel Zoe again, this faux plant arrangement around this glass thing in the center, 24.99. It's a vibe, but a little bit, it's weird. It's like Halloween does Christmas in a way. Here's a skull that is very intricate for 9.99. This one lights up and it has glitter on it and it's perforated. The interior of the skull lights up. More of the boo garland out of wood and then a framed skeleton, wood and resin. This one is 12.99, I want to say, because it says compare at $18. So I think the price is a little bit smudged, but it's 12.99, I believe. And I also think that this one was made in the US. I think I saw a sticker saying like made in the US. And then we have this one was very heavy. This is like a earthy texture, very raw, like a ceramic earthenware type, um, very pottery vibes. Jack-o'-lantern with ghost that lights up for 19.99. And very raw to the touch because it's so mattified. So it was kind of not pleasant to touch. Then we have the wicker bats. Love the wicker bats. 12.99. You can also paint over them if you want them to be more black. You can just, give them a little bit of paint. But I love the faded color that's kind of like a black that's fading to brown. It's fading to gray. It's like that bat has been around for a long time. Really cool, the wicker bats with a metal wiring inside. 9.99 for this wooden ghost. Interestingly, only the side of the ghost has all the beading. And because it has the beading and the sequins, that's a piece made in India. They're specialized in that. And then we have the three jack-o'-lantern cauldrons for 29.99 hanging off of a metallic kind of holder with bats on top. We've seen similar ones at Marshall's with skeletons holding the cauldrons. The cauldrons were black at Marshall's. So go check out my other vlog videos. You get to see the full collection. Oh, here's again from Ghoulish, a little gingerbread haunted mansion in miniature. How cute is this one? Also kind of more a soft, rubbery feel to this one. I adore these gingerbread haunted mansions. They're just, or haunted houses, spooky houses, so cute. And a ton of glitter falling off there. It almost felt like glass. I mean, it was insane. It was the rooftop again. But yeah, so watch my other videos and then you can connect the dots because the pieces I film here. Here, another Christian Lacroix skull. Look at that. This one is more for Dia de los Muertos, coming up after Halloween. So a lot of glitter on this one, so I let that one stay there. This one was like drenched in glitter, although the price was great. 14.99. If you are a big fan of Dia de los Muertos and Christian Lacroix, this is a must-have. It's a must-have. I'm more for that medieval baroque type of Halloween. So that's not really in my direction, in my style direction, but it is a Lacroix baby after all. So what are you gonna do? 16.99 for the gorgeous jack-o'-lantern. It's like a Raggedy Ann doll type of vibe, but he does have a beanie butt, so he's like chunky at the bottom, so he gets to sit on the mantle, doesn't fall off. Super cute. Eh, that toe though. That toe is what kind of made me say, they could have put a little bit more attention to detail there. They could have put, like bones to make it look like a bony foot. The rest of his outfit is very bony. Why not? 16.99. Love the head, the body a little bit less. More wooden ghosts. 5.99 for this one. Very simple. The wooden texture of the ghost, I mean, I don't know. I prefer the tray ghost. This one. It's kind of more my jam because 12.99 because it is painted in white and then a little bit washed in white, you want to say, because you can see the texture of the wood and the color of the wood coming through the white. But why not? Hocus Pocus. Interestingly, this is not wood. This is not a wooden frame. They glued. Okay, this is the worst proper home decor piece I've seen. That they literally glued this wooden texture. It's like a glue film on top of I don't know what a plastic frame, and then 6.99. No, that's the one I would not recommend getting. I'm really being very humble here, and I'm saying to each their own. You can find something beautiful here. Really, everything is beautiful here. But that one piece, I was like, that feels scammy to me. Okay, salt and pepper shaker for Dia de los Muertos. How cute is this for 12.99? It's a him and her on their Vespas, running through the city. Okay, love. Christian Lacroix. Ah, the noble deep purple pumpkin in a plasticky resin. This does not light up. Perfect. No batteries. 12.99. Love at first sight. I have never seen this one before. So when I saw this and I saw the La Croix tag, I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is my pumpkin. I have to have that pumpkin. So spoiler alert, that one went home with me as well. Okay, now here is that brand, Catherine's Collection. Very expensive, right? 39.99 for this tiny frame with the fairy. You know the meme of the suicide fairy, the little kid that winds up the plastic fairy doll and the fairy just flies into the fireplace. That's this one. That's totally the vibe. I am obsessed with this little fairy frame. Yeah, there's glitter in there though, right? But then the frame has a vampire bat on top and then it has a skeleton at the bottom. I mean, this thing is like so much time went into this. So this Catherine's collection or whatever it's called, that's what that big container was made out of for like treats, which was $100. The prices are insanely high for these items, but they do look more intricate. I mean, this fairy has a little boa scarf around its neck. Like I almost bought it, but then I thought to myself, $40 though. That's the most expensive piece, like size quality ratio that I've seen at HomeGoods. That's the reason why I left it there. But now, of course, I'm sad I didn't get it, like I always am, because you always regret not getting something. I never regret getting something. I always regret not getting something. A light up ghosty with a witch's hat and two jack-o'-lanterns stacked up together. This one is adorable for $14.99. Compare it $30. Sometimes I wonder if the $30 price is just randomly placed there or, well, whatever. Still, I think 15 bucks for that ghost is okay. Totally. So my issue is that unfortunately I ran out of memory on my iPad. So I wanted to keep on filming, but oh man, I'll have to go back and film some more. Happy Halloween. It's like a stack of books, but it's like a chunk of wood. So of course they are not books. $9.99 for this one. I kind of liked it. And I like the fact that there's this bonded little ribbony moment with a ghost hanging off of it. It's a cute little dainty prop or home decor item. Don't know why. I was really fascinated by it though. I did not buy it though, but was quite fascinated by it. Our famous three Coven witches with the cauldron that lights up. If you want to see that one light up, go check out my older videos from Marshalls and HomeGoods where I do turn them on because we have seen those ladies before. They might be following us on these vlogs and journeys to keep an eye on us. Martha Stewart, this is what a what an obscene piece. It's ginormous with these plastic plants falling out of the cage. And I think there's a bird inside, 29.99. There's a raven or a bird in there. I don't know. Then there's a stack of books with a witch hat on top. They are kind of all in one molded in one piece. 9.99 for this meditating ghost. And just like that, the end is nigh. That went really fast. I so wish this vlog was longer, you guys. But I did manage to film most of the pieces that day. Thank you so much for watching, for subscribing to my channel. Subscribe, thumb up the video, and until next time, never forget to never give up on gorish love.